Hello. Welcome to another edition of We Just Spent a Shitload of Money at a local thrift store, but we're hoping to double our money in sales. Dot, 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 dot. That's not a real TV show, but it is real life. We just spent an enormous amount of money at our local Savers. I think we got some really good stuff. We have noticed that prices have gone up in thrift stores, especially in our area, because like I've said before on previous videos, our local Goodwill is gone.
Peace out, bitches.
We had another thrift store that was here that was affiliated with a local church, gone.
Peace, I'm out.
So Savers is really the only game in our town, and they seem to know it. Now, it's not ridiculous, but it has gone higher. I seem to think that they have somebody that's pretty much full-time doing their pricing and checking out items. Now, I don't know if my theory holds true, because there are some things that that we got, obviously, because we spent nearly $500 at Savers. You know, some things slipped through the cracks. So with that being said, like I said, we spent an enormous amount of money at Savers, but I think we did pretty good. I think we got some good stuff. You be the judge, and if you think it's a bunch of crap, put it in the comments. If you think we did good and we picked up some stuff, put it in the comments. If you really don't give a shit and you just want to say hi, put it in the comments. Either way, I'm going to show you what we got, and we'll go from there. Right out of the bat, I always go straight to the shoes, but I was a little distracted because I saw a couple of hats. One was this patch Vans, beanie. It's pretty cool, but it's got the patch on it. $4.50 for that, which I don't know. I haven't even comped this. I was kind of thinking about keeping it. I like the patch thing, so that's pretty cool. Grab this trucker's hat. This thing's brand new. It's still got the cardboard in it on the front panel to keep it straight so it doesn't get crushed. Let's see what this is. It's a big X. I think it's just a generic trucker hat, but it's pretty cool. Buddy Brewing Company. I like that. I might keep this. I'm not sure. I don't wear a lot of hats, but when I do, I don't know. I'd like to say they're trucker hats, but I've got all kinds of hats. So $3.50 for this. And then I saw, if you're a baseball fan, you know these caps were just in the World Series with the hated Dodgers.
Dodgers suck!
I don't actually hate anybody on the Dodgers. I'm a Giants fan, so just by default, I have to hate the Dodgers. Been to many, many Giants-Dodger games. I just love the rivalry. I think if you're one of the morons that's out there flipping cars and burning city buses and everything because your team won, you got some real issues. But I do love my Giants. This hat is pretty sick. It's Toronto Blue Jays. Congratulations on making it to the World Series. And you had your chances, man. You could have taken down Goliath, but you didn't, and that's just the way it goes. $6.50 for this hat. It's fitted. This is an authentic, new era fitted. It's a 7 1/4, and it's in good shape. It really is. So there's that. Those I usually get for our hats, if they're like that, a fitted or a really good trucker hat. I can get about $24, $25 for them. Okay, so let's just start hitting this stuff that's right in front of me, and I'm going to drop it down here in the get it listed box. If you're into skate culture, that kind of stuff. Grew up with skaters. Skating was really, it was huge when I was a kid, like 13, 14, in my teenage years. That freestyle BMX and stuff like that, just kind of, that's like mid 80s, early 90s. 1080 we paid for this. This is independent. If you know Independence, independent truck company. This is a half zip pullover windbreaker. I don't think it's vintage, but I can't find a comp. It's got the cool zipper, iron cross on there. If you know anything about independent trucks, that's kind of their thing. But it's got a front pouch, 2 side pockets, really cool kind of independent on there. That's on the front pouch, and then you got the pockets on the side. It is missing a little button there, a little snap, but there's one on the other side, so it'll stay close, and you can always replace that snap. It's breathable. It's got a hood with the little bill on it. So I couldn't comp this, but I saw some independent stuff. Now, not every skate culture brand does well. Independent does. I don't know. Independent, built to grind. I think we paid $10.80. I think I said we paid for that. I think this will go to $50 to $60, to be honest with you. I did see some windbreaker, some independent, different style windbreakers, but I did see some independent windbreakers that went for $75 to $100. So, and they weren't the vintage ones. The vintage ones get crazy. So that's pretty sick. I'm really. I'm kind of jacked to get that thing posted because I want to do some more research on it. I went crazy on t-shirts. Now, I did restrain myself a little bit, and I put about 10 of them back, so that was about another $100 that I could have spent. But t-shirts are weird, man. It's Candy and I were having this discussion on the way home. T-shirts are weird. I've referenced one of my favorite vintage t-shirts, and there's a whole bunch of them, and I haven't really gone down the rabbit hole, but Jacob Starr, Thrift Row, he's the trendsetter, man. I have noticed that a lot of the shirts that they get, although a lot of them are vintage, probably 99% of them are vintage, it's not always about the label. There's some that are on Gildan labels. There's some that are on Fruit of the Loom heavy duty labels. A lot of times it's the design, or what it is. There's some of them that you would just completely obscure, and you would think that shirt is worthless, and these kids have made it into a sought after vintage t-shirt. So to say the t-shirts are subjective, I guess I don't know. It's really like I said, I have a lot of t-shirts. I had back in the day, growing up in the 80s, 90s, had a lot of concert shirts that would be worth good money now, that I don't have anymore. But so I just kind of pick up things that I think are cool. I check the label. If the label's good, I'll grab those as well. But, hey, maybe it'll age. I don't know. So I grabbed this one here. $10.50 I paid for this. Paid up a little bit for this one. It's white. It looks to be damn near brand new. It's got that hit on the front, Napa Auto Parts, Toyota, and then on the back. And then again, so this is considered a racing shirt. Toyota Automotive Care Center, Napa 150. It's got the Napa race car on there. See if I can get some more of this there. March 28th. Okay, Roseville, California, 2008. So All American Speedway. So I've been to that speedway. Modified 50. NASCAR Camping World Series. I don't see that there's a specific race car driver on this, but the graphic is pretty sick. And it's on, here we go. It's on Port and Company. So I said it's not on a, it's not on a NASCAR label. It's just a shirt that's been made. $10.50 we paid for that. I don't know what it'll go for. I don't know. This one, I comped all of these in the store. I have a horrible memory, so I can't tell you what they'll go for, but I'll tell you kind of my threshold for t-shirts, aside for ones that I think might age well, is $20. If I can't get $20 for it, it's back on the shelf. Even if it's got, some of them have really cool designs. And I'll show you a couple examples of that. But if I can't get $20 for it, I don't want to touch it. This one, I paid $7.80 for this. It's a bandana print, two-tone, split. The label is, it's 88 brand. So I did comp the label. The label's reputable. The shirt does well. I didn't find the exact shirt, but shirts that were similar to this did really well in the $30 range, $30 to $40. So $7.80 I paid for this. It's a really cool shirt. Here's a Crooks and Castle. I have a couple of Crooks and Castles listed. I bought a few Crooks and Castles at an auction that did well. We sold most of them. And they sold for about $25 to $30. This is a camo. For some of you guys that are starting out, I might sound like an idiot trying to explain this to you guys that are experienced resellers, because I'm still learning myself. But the more ornate the t-shirt is, it seems to be more sought after and do better in resell. So, for example, camo shirt, got the orange logo on the front. That's not necessarily a Crooks and Castles logo, but it's known to Crooks and Castles. And then it's got a back hit. So, and the back hit's pretty sick. Crooks and Castles, got the Elite on there. $8.29 I paid for this. And then size also does matter, no matter what your girl tells you. This is an XL. So I try to stay away from smalls unless they're just badass shirts. I try and stay in the large, extra large 2X range. No label. This shirt I grabbed because it looks to be vintage. And this is actually, it does have a label, but this label is so jacked up, I don't know how much information I'm going to be able to get off of it. It's on the Delta Heavyweight label. Excuse me, this is Delta Pro Weight. I guess that's different than the Heavyweight. I might just be making that shit up. I don't know. This label is jacked, but it looks like it's going to give me a size. Or is it? Yes, it is. This is a 2XL. Armed and Loaded, MMA, Popeye. If you're not familiar with Popeye, you're probably way too young. But it's got the Armed and Loaded hit on the front. And then it's got Popeye, MMA heavy bags in the background. It's a pretty sick shirt. I like it. $7.80 we paid for that. I don't know. When I grabbed this, I was kind of thinking personal, but I don't know. We'll probably sell it. I have so many goddamn shirts. It's not even funny. Mark Echo. Mark Echo does pretty well. And I think these are vintage. And the reason I say this is all the comps that I was doing and shirts that I saw that were listed as vintage kind of had this deal in the back. on the inside around the neck, stitched in. I don't know if you can see that. My fat fingers are in the way. So it's kind of got that colored rib in there. Still does have the printed tag. This is an XL, but the graphic is pretty sick. So, and it's got the white stitching. I don't know if you can see the stitching on there. It's got white stitching, and then it's got this pretty sick graphic right there on the front of it's kind of Asian themed. Got the koi on there. It's got a dragon. It's a sick shirt. That's an XL as well. Paid $8.99 for that one. Grab this one if you don't know. And I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty ignorant to their music, but I do know their name. I've seen their name 1,000 times. This is a 2XL. This is on Comfort Colors tag. And you see that right there. Slater Kinney, world's finest quality rock music. Go on, lead me to the Hounds tonight. 2024 Spring Tour catalog. There's no tour dates on it, but it's just got this hit on the front. It's pretty cool. 2XL. I take that back. I think I have heard a few Slater Kinney tracks. They're cool, rock and roll. Okay. Boulevard Supply. This thing looks brand new. It's got to be a 2XL. Yes, it's 2XL. Got the logo on the front there. It's blue, kind of dark blue. $8.79 I paid for this one. It's got the hit on the back right below your shoulder there, your wing. It's a cool shirt. Like I said, it feels, looks, and smells brand new, but it doesn't have the tags. Okay, a Travis Matthews. We sell a lot of Travis Matthews. Candy just got a couple of, there was Travis Matthews something. I can't remember what we just got and it already sold. So I think it was a shirt with the Patriot. This thing goes for about $25. We paid $7.79 for it. It's lightweight. Let's see. This is an XL also. White, no stains. Like that. I have found some of I've been going through our death piles. I think I've said that in the last 10 videos I've done. But I've been going through our death piles and found some of our old garments that we were just buying shit, man, because it was cool. I'll show you this one. I'm done. I've got a Wrangler, vintage Wrangler Pearl Snap shirt that we bought. We didn't pay very much for it at all. It might have been in a lot on an auction. It's a sick shirt, but it had a couple of little coffee stains on there from old boy. Probably got his cup of coffee and a cigarette, and before he went out and rounded up all the cattle. I don't know why the hell you would do that in a white shirt, but these kind of remind me of, if you've seen the show Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. That's a really cool show. I don't get into a lot of TV shows. There's been a couple that I've gotten into recently. Landman is one of them, and I still need to kind of do a deep dive. And one Candy and I just finished kind of binge watching on Netflix was Mindhunter. Awesome show. If you're into murder mystery with a law enforcement angle, they're FBI guys, and they actually follow actual cases. And I think my kind of theory on it is these were actual cases. They're actual serial killers that are in the movie, not the actual killers, but the actual played by actors. But I think there's a little bit of fiction kind of mixed in there to kind of keep it whatever what they were doing. It kind of follows the FBI getting into psychological theories and things like that. So it's really cool. Mindhunter on Netflix. If you don't know, check it out. This is a Volcom. We do pretty well with Volcom. We sell quite a bit of Volcom. But it's got this cool kind of psychedelic Volcom stone graphic on the front. This thing seems new too, man. There's no tags on it. Let's see what size this is. Where the hell is the size? One size. It's not one size. I know there's a size on it. I think it's an extra large. It's made with organic cotton. Why can't I find the size? Anyway. It might be a 2X. Shit. What am I missing here? I'm like, one size fits most. That's bullshit.
I call bullshit on that.
Anyway, $7.29 we paid for that. It's got a sick graphic on the front. Volcom. Volcom, another kind of urban skate brand that does pretty well for us. I grabbed this because the shirt is sick. If it was bigger, I'd keep it, but it's not. So it's only an XL, but it's on the Peanuts tag. Peanuts, it's a fish show.
And that is for show.
And it's the Charlie Brown shirt. That's pretty sick. $7.80 we paid for that. In great shape. What's that? Peanuts. Picture. Here again, and this is kind of an example of a shirt that's that's unbranded, I guess you would say. I mean, the shirt itself has a brand, but this was obviously printed for a car show, I think. But the graphics are sick, and it's got a front and a back hit. I'll show you the front hit first. Orange County, super low, or excuse me, super low, super show. Orange County Super Show. I said super low because it's low riders. Super show with the sick Impala green, but that's such a beautiful car right there. I would never own one. I'd be too afraid of what would happen to it. But what these guys do with these low riders is nothing short of amazing. These are just a work of art, man. That's an XL. We paid $7.79. The color tag for the day for 50% off was blue, and I got nothing with blue tags. But at Savers, when you go in, so I've been, like I said, I've been going through our death pile, and I like all the clothes go in a bag, other books and stuff go in boxes, and I just wait. When we go to Savers, I take one bag of clothes, or a box or two boxes of stuff. If you donate, you get a coupon for 20% off. Now that 20% off is only good for your first $100, but that's $20 off your. If you spend $100, it takes $20 off. So here's another Mark Echo. This is kind of a Buddha, not Buddha, but anyway, it's kind of a mix here. It's got a Asian theme with a couple of guitars, a couple of amps. This is an XL also, $7.80 we paid for this one. That's the graphic on it. It's brown. I'm not big on brown t-shirts, and it's got that rib in the back. So there you can see the tag there. I don't know if you can see this. This light isn't helping much. There, that's a little bit better. Should I go back and do all the t-shirts again? Because you guys weren't able to see the tags. I'm not going to do that. Okay. This one I'm probably going to keep for myself. It's pretty sick. It's a 2XL. On a Gildan, so here we go. Sluggers, Fighters Boxing Club, Beer Pub, Sluggers Beer Pub, obviously Irish themed. And I don't drink anymore, so, but it's a sick graphic. So I'll probably keep that one and then sell it later. $9.99 paid for that one. I don't know why. On t-shirts and some other garments at Savers, there's no rhyme or reason to the to pricing. It's like some shirts are $7.50, some shirts are $10.50. This is an HK Army. I found out doing research on this that it's a medium, but these sell really well. HK Army. This is a padded paintball shirt. So it's got a little padding. You wear this under your gear. I guess I wouldn't call it a shirt. I would call it more of a jersey. Now, I did notice also in doing comps on this, some of these go for about $15 until it's got the hustle, the HSTL on there. Those tend to go for about $35-40. So, and then I paid $14.29 for that. So I would have really been screwed had that hustle not been on there. I want to make sure I have all the shirts before I get into some of the other stuff, and then I'll leave the shoes for last because I like to do that. I think this is the last of the shirts. No, there's more shirts under here. I know I got a shitload of shirts. Here's another one again. I just got it because the graphic is cool. I think it'll age well. It's Gildenhammer tag. V-Town Farms. I think this might have something to do with, I'm not sure. We have a cannabis store that's pretty close to us, and I think it's called V-Town Farms. I'm not sure. Oh, this could be Vallejo, which isn't too far from us either. $7.80. You potheads, you guys know this. Look, the little flowers are smoking weed. That's funny. Right. Okay. It's white, brand new, no stains. It'll age well. I mean, you guys don't ever stop smoking pot, so it'll always be relevant. Now, here's a tag. I thought there was about 10 of these shirts, and I had about 8 of them in my cart until I started comping. Kind of my technique at any of the thrift stores, I just go and throw shit in my cart, and then I find a quiet corner, and I start doing my comps because I don't want anybody getting the stuff that I want. And if you've ever been into a Goodwill or Savers or most thrift stores like that, they're constantly stocking the shelves. Candy found some shoes that weren't there when I went by, and I don't know that we ended up getting them. But anyway, let me stay on track here. Romway. That's the tag right there, Romway. Ton of graphic t-shirts, and some of them have really cool graphics. They don't comp well. This one, I was like, well, it's kind of like in the vein of like Affliction or something like that. It's the stretchy material shirt. It's not so much lightweight. The graphic goes up into the sleeve, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to take a chance on this one. Let's just say preface or preface, however you want to say it. Anyway, $10.79 I paid for this one. It is an XL. I'm taking a chance on this one. I think they might not do well because it's kind of screen print. It's not. Anyway, I don't know how to explain it. It's not cheap, but it doesn't feel. Man, I don't know. Who cares? Okay, two more. This one is just pretty cool. It's pretty funny. Bruce Lee. You know who Bruce Lee is. $5.50 we paid for this one. It's on the Bruce Lee tag. I didn't know there was such a thing. He obviously has. Bruce Lee's been dead for a long time, but here he is as a DJ. Bruce Lee, the martial artist. Pretty funny. Spitfire. You know Spitfire, skate culture again. This one's got the embroidered flame head right there. Spitfire tag, the end. What did I pay for this? $10.29. I thought it was a t-shirt. It's not. It's a crew neck pullover sweatshirt. It's a medium, so kind of out of what I like to pick up, but still a good size, and it's in great shape, and it's got that embroidered flame head on it, so that's pretty sick. Another brand that I like, I don't know that it does super well, but I like Spitfire. It was kind of my drug of choice back in the day. Independent trucks with Spitfire wheels. Okay, let's get into, there was one more sweatshirt before I get into, you guys know my conundrum with pants. Well, I got some pants. Harry Potter, which normally I won't touch. It's very generic. We have some Harry Potter stuff that, people look at it, but nobody buys it. And I get it. You some of you guys are fanatical about the Harry Potter stuff. Well, buy our shit. This is, I didn't know what this was. I didn't even realize it was Harry Potter when I first grabbed it. And then I saw the tag. The tag says Harry Potter. You see it under, okay, I paid $13.29 for this. Okay, that's going to be good information there. $13.29, Harry Potter tag. And I didn't even see this until just now. Left of the Harry Potter, it says Wizard World. It's a large. This is a white pullover crew neck sweatshirt. And here's the hit on the front. This might give it away for some of you guys that know Bobaton. And then it has a hit on the back. It covers the whole back. And on the bottom it says Above the Clouds. This is a series, and I think it's called New York World Traveler Collection, something like that. I found one of these in my comps that's listed for $100. None sold, one listed. So there's about to be two listed. And I don't know, man, this thing seems new. There's nothing, there's no stains, no nothing on this, not dirty or anything. Okay. That's shirts and sweatshirts, I think that's all of them. Candy found some stuff that I think I have in here. Let me show you that stuff real quick, okay, so she found this. This is obviously vintage. I think I hear her in the background over there. Do I hear you? Babe.
What?
Are you in the office?
Yeah.
Okay. I do hear her wrestling around in there. Okay, this is it's a puffer vest. Kind of it's obviously vintage. It's got a little some light staining on the back. But it's sick, man. Not reversible. It's got the orange on the inside. $12.79 we paid for this. But what was cool, and you can just see the tag on it. It's pretty damn old. I haven't even seen United Yorkers. I don't know what that is. AFL United. Oh, United Workers. This has something to do with union. I'm just trying to see what's inside of it. Doesn't say. It's a small. But the reason why we grabbed it, number one, it's sick. Number two, the price. And on here, it's Jones Leisure Products, manufactured in California, USA. That's pretty sick. You don't ever see that. So yes, got that. Haven't found one of those online. These things sell all day long, every day. North Face puffer vest. Boom, it's got the front hit, got the back shoulder hit. Puffer vest. $12.79 paid for that also. It's a 2XL. So, maybe if Candy and I wanted to go wine tasting or something, I could throw this on. That wasn't very nice. I probably shouldn't have said that.
Honor, I'd like that last remark stricken from the record.
Hey, if you like North Face and you like to put that on with your, whatever you put that on with and go drink whatever you want to drink, you do you, man. Okay, let's get into the other stuff. This was kind of one of the last things I grabbed. And then we'll get into the jeans and the shoes. This is a lifted research group, LRG. You're familiar with that, sure. $15.29 paid for this. This is a heavy duty canvas, like an outdoor jacket. I just noticed there was a stain on it, but I don't think it's gonna matter. The stain is on the sleeve. It's a brown stain there. Might be able to get that out, but this is, it's green, kind of your, run-of-the-mill outdoor, hiking type jacket. It's kind of military style. It's pretty heavy duty. It's got the hood. I did find some LRG jackets when I was trying to comp that. I did not find that exact one, but some of those LRG jackets over $100. Okay. Jeans. I'm constantly bitching about not being able to find good jeans. We found some good jeans. We paid up for one of the pair. But whatever, it is what it is. But the other ones were at a pretty decent price. $13.99. We paid for these. These are Ariats. M5 slim straight, flame resistant. So that all calculates good. 32-34 is the size. About $40 these go for. We paid 13 something. 13, what'd I say? $13.99 for those. $14 to $40. I'll take that all day long. This pair I paid up for. I don't know why. Bigger size, 38-32. They're Ariats. M4 relaxed boot cut. I think these go these sell a little bit better. It's got the white stitching on it, like the thick stitch. That seems to do a little bit better. These are flame resistant as well. M4 Ariat relaxed boot. I paid $30 for these. I should have switched the tag on it because that's what I'm talking about. Inconsistency of pricing. $30 for these and $14 for the other ones. These don't comp much better, but they do have the thick stitching on them. I'm looking at all the other Ariats, and they pretty much all have the thick stitching on them. Anyway, so there's another pair of Ariats. This is a pair of Rock and Republic. I couldn't remember. I know I thought I was a badass at the flea market a year or so ago, and I bought a pair of Rock and Republic thinking that they were God, I can't even remember the other brand, and we just looked it up. And it's not. But anyway, these do comp better than those. These are men's pants. These are Rock and Republic. Where's the little thing? I thought there was Relax Straight. Rock and Republic Relax Straight men's jeans. They've got a little elasticity to them. $13.99 for these as well. All these jeans are in great shape. They're not, a lot of times you get the wear at the bottom. They don't. These comp pretty well. About $40 a pair. These will sell for. Cinch. And if you guys know anything about these brands, please put it in the comments. Cinch, Rocky Mountain Clothing Company. 36-36 these are. There's no designated They just seem like they're kind of relaxed. Straight leg. Maybe boot cut, probably boot cut. They got a wide opening at the bottom. $13.99 for these as well. They got the thick stitching on them. That seems to be kind of what dudes are looking for when they're buying these pants, is the thick stitching does pretty well. Okay, let's move on to True Religion. Got a pair of True Religions here. True Religion, these are straight. These are straight with flaps, leather, black. So the flaps on the back pocket are leather. The accent on the front pockets are black. They're not leather. They probably had like faux leather on them because they're a little bit worn. But the back pocket flaps are leather. They're not worn. And these are in great shape. Blue denim, zipper works. Yeah, $13.99. These, in the front, the fifth pocket right there, got a little leather flap on it too. These will go, where did I comp these at? These will go like 50, 60 bucks for the Trues. And then there's one more pair of Trues here that we got. Paid $29.99 for these. Also, these are kind of like the acid wash. Thick white stitching. These are Ricky, relaxed, straight, size 31. So they're not huge, but they're, they got a little distress going on. They got the thick stitch. They're acid washed. And I think I comped some of these. I didn't find the exact ones, but these go for, some of these go for over $100. These will go for probably 50, 60 bucks. So if I can turn 30 into 50 or 60, I'm fine with that. Okay, let's get down to shoes. Candy found these Vans Hufflepuff. Harry Potter. I don't know what she comped them at. I'll try and put the comps on here, but $9.29 for those. That's pretty good. She also found these Converse platforms. These go for about, I think we comped these at about 80 bucks. Converse platform floral. If they've been, well, they have been worn, and they've probably been worn a few times. They're not that worn at all. So they are used, but the used ones still go for, 75. I think there's one pair that we found at 75 sold comp. These are a 6.5, so good women's size. Pretty cool. We paid $14.79 for those. Okay, and then I grabbed this pair of Nikes. They're camo. These are Air Max 2016s, and they're the Nike ID. So these are custom. They're custom made. They've got, luckily this lady's name wasn't Brenda. She put Cali, so that could be Cali, California. Still in really good shape. Camo always does well. There's some paint splatter on here, but I'll clean these up really good. We'll get about 60 to 70 bucks out of those, and we paid $16.29 for those. So not bad at all. Okay, and then these. You guys know how I like my cowboy boots. These are Los Altos. These things seem like they're almost damp. They're not brand new, but they're lightly worn. Los Altos boots. These are size 12. And there's reference numbers in there, but I've tried to look up these reference numbers and nothing is coming up. So I got to do a little bit more. I did find the style, and they are listed for over $150, and I've seen a couple of these pairs are sold for $150. So they list them at about $180, $190, and they sell for about $150 used. That's sold comps. They're beautiful boots. They're in great condition. They're not all jacked up. Nobody's written on them. They're great. They still got tons of life on them. That's the bottom. What do we pay for these? What did I pay for these? $22.79. We'll probably sell these for about $150. Not bad. Okay, that's what we picked up. I'll show you this Wrangler that we got. This is a vintage Wrangler 2XL. I could see Billy Bob Thornton in this right now. And here's the couple little coffee stains. I don't know if you can see them. One there. Where's the other one? They're both right here. So it's hardly anything. I don't know what this comp's for, but this shirt will do really well. It was just sitting in a bag. So go through your death pile, man. Okay, that's what we got. That's it. I think, yeah, that's it. Okay, so we're going to move forward. We're done with that. Everything's documented. I could start getting stuff on eBay. It'll be ready to sell. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for buying everything at the store. The store's doing great still. Poshmark store's ramping up. Yeah, so we're just cruising right along. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. I should have one more video before Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to say Happy Thanksgiving or have a Happy Thanksgiving until the next video. So please, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the bell, do all the stuff there. We greatly appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your enemies. I don't give a shit. Yeah, just do that, and then go check out the stores. If there's anything you saw here you want to grab, it'll be at the eBay store at JC Mercantile, or you can go to the Poshmark store at JC Merc, MERC. And that's where you can find us. You can check us out on the gram, Instagram, JC Mercantile Shop. Follow us, and your reward will be seeing all the cool shit that we get. Okay, so that's it. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.